Okay, I've installed Fetch and registered it using the Stanford provided serial number. And now it's asking me for a hostname, username, etc. So I put corn.stanford.edu and I provide my SUNET password. Make sure that SFTP is selected. Remember, SFTP is the secure file transfer protocol that we're using for transferring files. And then you can put in your password and optionally remember it if you click this button. Click connect, and now we are connected to the Corn machine, and we'll see a display of our files here. Now the first thing you're going to notice is there's a lot more files and directories than you're used to seeing when you log in using SSH. The reason is typically in your home directory there's a whole bunch of special configuration files and directories that are used to remember things, and to hide those from you by default they're given a special name that starts with dot, and so normally LS won't display those, but here Fetch is displaying everything in your directory in case you needed to access those special files. If you scroll down to the bottom of the screen, you'll see kind of your normal directories that you're used to. So I'll double click on Jolts and then go into the Linux additional directory. And it's basically a drag and drop system. So if I wanted to transfer, for example, dr3.tar.gz, I could just drag it onto my desktop here. And what I would see is that I have that directory downloaded, and then OS X is smart and knows how to uncompress that tar file and creates the dir3 for you as part of the download process. But you can download other regular files. And for example, if I've downloaded that file and then decided, for example, to delete that item, I can remotely delete that, and then I could drag it back, and now that file's back on the machine. So this is all transferring files in the background for you. The other nice thing is you don't need to just transfer individual files. I can transfer an entire directory just by dragging and dropping that directory, and if you open it up, you'll have the contents of that directory transferred to your machine. So this is typically a little bit more convenient than using just the SFTP command line client, because it gives you a little bit more flexibility to transfer entire directories without going through the extra step of combining them all into that tar file as a separate step, and then downloading that, and then having to extract that out in a different place, etc. So Fetch is a pretty handy tool on the Mac as a kind of an SFTP GUI layer to manage your files remotely on the Linux Corn machines.